One of the hardest things after losing a bunch of weight is nothing fucking fits you right. Pulled this coat out of storage. I washed it, didn't try it on. I was like, fuck it, it's my winter coat. I've had the same winter coat for like 5 years. I put it on, now I'm floating. I'm literally floating in this fucking thing. Or this thing's floating on me, I should say, right? But that's just one of those things that happen when you lose a bunch of weight. Like I'm down 115 pounds or something like that. Like bound to change. And that's the weirdest thing too. In the last 2 weeks, my scale actually went up 5 or 6 pounds, and it's been kind of plateauing at that same spot. But I'm losing inches again on my waist. So I've found this over and over again throughout my last 9 months, 10 months of this diet, is that I keep getting these spots back where I'm plateaued out, and I feel like I'm not gaining anything, and probably even starting to get a little frustrated at points. And then I start looking at my measurements and my waists and my shirts and my pants. And I have a custom leather belt that I've got made for me when I was 20 years old. Haven't worn it since I was about 25. Found it in my clothes yesterday in my storage when I was pulling my coat out. It's a leather handmade belt, so it's shrunk. It's real leather, right? Like it's got my name stamped across the back. It's a cool little belt. Paid good money for it, custom made, right? But it never fit. For years, it was way too fucking small for me. I tried it on yesterday and it was like 4 or 5 notches in, which is where I was when I was like 25. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Looking forward to wearing it. I gotta go buy some jeans that actually fit because all my jeans are way too big. So I always had this fucking mentality that a grown ass man should never own fucking jogging pants. Unless you're going to the gym and shit like that, you shouldn't be walking around in general life wearing jogging pants. It's not a fucking a compelling look to a grown man. It's unprofessional. It's sloppy at points. There are people that can pull it off, but that's just my personal. But when you get fat and you got no fucking choice and nothing fits you properly, well, what do? You got to wear fucking jogging pants and you got to wear fucking. So I get the functionality of it. I just don't like the form. Form versus function. As an artist, everything is about form and function to me. I'd rather have something look aesthetically good and not work as good, as long as it still works, if that makes any sense. So I do the same thing when I'm building trucks, if I'm, buying a guitar, whatever I'm doing, it aesthetically has to look correct, but it also has to function correctly. So it's one of those key metrics that in everything I look for. Now that's just me. You can do whatever you want. But when I apply that to my diet, especially ever since I went carnivore, it's so much easier. That form and function, I don't have to have this big fancy looking plate with a steak and mashed potatoes and vegetables, da da da. And 90% of the time, even if you go to a restaurant and they serve you that, you're not eating all that stuff on your plate. It's there for aesthetics, it's there for looks. So I have a son that's a chef, and everything is about presentation and looks. Cool. It doesn't. I don't want it there because I'm not going to eat it. Just give me a steak. Double down my steak. I don't care. Like, give me a side of steak. Like, fuck. It's not complicated, and it's not that caveman mentality either. Like, it's not. Like, it's just if you can order like a shrimp and steak fucking platter, well, give me the steak and shrimp platter, but don't give me anything else with it. I don't want any of the sides. I'm good. I don't know. What's your opinion on different intakes for foods and stuff in carnivore diet? Um, Seafoods, um, organs. Organs are key importance, and I don't eat a lot of them, but I try to sneak them in here and there because the healthy fats and stuff like that is what you actually need, right? You can buy actual seasoning that is organ based, organ meat based, right? So you're not eating salt, you're not eating all that other stuff. It's all comprised of, you know, ground up organ meats and stuff like that to give you your seasoning. Seasonings are bad because, like, depends how carnivore you are. If you're 100% carnivore, nose to tail, and you're not eating nothing but meat, then yeah, your outlooks are going to be a little bit different. If you're a dirty carnivore and you eat nothing but meats except for a little bit of dairy, cheese, etc., cool. And then there's different variations of it all the way through. My main outlook on anything carnivore is that you're not eating fucking garbage. You're eating as clean as you can. I just choose not to have all the different seasonings and salts and all that other shit. I don't drink dairy because dairy kills my stomach anyways, right? A little bit of cheese here and there, but cheese becomes an addiction to me because I find I'm like, oh, I feel hungry. So instead of eating something, I'll just snack on a little bit of cheese. It'll hold me through. That's the same mentality as we had when we were eating junk food and garbage food and just snacking on chips and shit because, like, well, I'm not really hungry. I don't want supper. I'm just going to have a snack. A little bit of popcorn with my movie, whatever, right? But that's where the issues come in because you're no longer eating healthy. Like, so you got to replace that mentality. Not just replace stuff in your diet. You have to replace the mentality in your diet. It's important. It really, really is that important because you're not just taking on a diet. You're taking on a lifestyle, a life change. Because if you don't change your lifestyle and stuff like that, you're never gonna avoid the traps of all that other stuff.